If you're searching on the topic of diet and depression, you no doubt already have some kind of idea that your diet could be causing your depression or be a compounding contributing factor. If so, you're in the right place and on the right track. In this video, I'm going to break down for you how diet can cause or contribute to depression, the top diets for treating depression, what they have in common with one another, but more importantly, where to get started. Hi, I'm Ben Angel and I teach people how to biohack their way back to health while helping to raise mental health awareness. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and click the link below to join thousands of others who have already downloaded my brand new book, Mind Control, to learn how to biohack their gut, mind, and mood, but especially their mood. Listen closely. If you want to beat depression, you've got to understand that there are many underlying psychological and biochemical factors that predispose an individual to it. It could be chronic stress, trauma, a breakup, a job loss, or on the other hand, it could be a biological response to medications, toxins, pollutions, a gut imbalance that causes a neurotransmitter imbalance, and of course, diet. Analysis of data from close to 46,000 people by the University of Manchester found that weight loss, nutrient boosting, and fat reduction diets can all help to reduce symptoms of depression. And there are two likely culprits of diet causing depression, including one, it's linked to nutritional deficiencies due to an inadequate intake of nutritious whole foods, combined with two, an overconsumption of highly inflammatory foods or toxins that cause neuroinflammation. The bottom line is the brain requires certain nutrients to function effectively. The top nutrient deficiencies linked to depression include vitamin D, which plays a vital role in serotonin activity, a neurotransmitter that's involved with mood, sleep, appetite, and digestion. Omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for healthy brain functioning and the reduction of inflammation, which work by preventing trans fats from entering your neural system. Folate, which is a form of B9, which like other B vitamins helps to eliminate homocysteine, which is a byproduct in the bloodstream that's linked to Alzheimer's disease and depression. Magnesium, that plays a role in a whopping 600 metabolic functions. Stress strips the body of magnesium. A variety of neuromuscular and psychiatric symptoms, including different types of depression, has been observed in people with magnesium deficiencies. We also have others such as zinc, other B vitamins, iron, and amino acids that are necessary for healthy brain function and have been linked to brain fog, depression, and an inability to focus, as well as fatigue. If an individual isn't consuming enough of these vitamins that also help to reduce inflammation while eating too many highly inflammatory foods such as sugar, artificial trans fats, refined carbohydrates, excessive alcohol, and processed meats, you literally have a recipe for disaster. Your body is defenseless against the inflammation. And if you remember anything from this video, it's this. When the brain becomes inflamed, the conduction between neurons slows down. This slowed firing in the frontal and limbic lobes of the brain can lead to depression. It also makes you feel tired, groggy, and it's hard to remember words. You must begin by introducing anti-inflammatory foods, filling gaps in nutrition, while removing dietary causes and replacing them with healthy whole foods. Which leads us to the question, what are the top diets for depression that fill in these nutritional gaps while reducing inflammation and improving brain function? When researching my latest book on gut health, I spoke to doctors in gut-brain axis research from MIT, Stanford, Harvard Lifestyle Medicine, and the Gut Institute to uncover the missing links between gut health and mood. And these are the specific diets I broke down the pros and cons of because they deserve attention. They include keto, intermittent fasting, the Blue Zones diet, the Mediterranean diet, and the Nordic diet. But here's the thing, and this is really important for you to hear. There's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to diets for depression. For example, while the keto diet is phenomenal for depression, research is limited. If you're on any form of antipsychotic or antidepressant, you've got to speak to your doctor before you do this one because you could put yourself at risk. While I'm personally a huge fan of the keto diet, we've also got to consider that individuals with severe depression may get worse due to a multitude of changes in their body, including metabolic inflexibility, spiking cortisol, insulin resistance, and sudden changes in brain chemistry that can affect the sensitivity of any psychiatric medications that you may be on. Unfortunately, we have had anecdotal reports of people being hospitalized due to become mentally unstable on this diet. It's not a one size fits all approach. You should have a healthy baseline before you begin this one. This is one to avoid if you have severe depression and you're already having suicidal thoughts. Intermittent fasting is a great first step because you can gradually build up to it. And fasting for 14 to 16 hours a day is a lot easier than what many people think. Fasting in this manner can also increase ketones, but not to the level of a strict keto diet. Fasting has also been shown to increase the rates of neurogenesis, which is the growth and development of new brain cells and nerve tissues in the brain. Higher rates of neurogenesis are linked to increased brain performance, memory, mood, and focus. It's also been shown to boost production of BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is considered a miracle growth for your brain because it plays a role in neuroplasticity, which makes your brain more resilient to stress and adaptable to change. Easier and less overwhelming diets to start with include the Blue Zones diet, the Mediterranean diet, and the Nordic diet, because they all have strong focuses on readily available regional foods that are eaten closest to their natural form, making them more likely to be free of toxins and additives that lead to inflammation. These diets are predominantly plant-based, meaning that fruits and vegetables should make up the bulk of your meals, with the inclusion of some lean protein from poultry, fish, and seafood, a small amount of dairy, and a generous helping of healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, nuts, and seeds are also included. To recap, we've taken a look at 2 contributing dietary factors to depression, the key role nutritional deficiencies play in depression, and different diets that can be used to treat depression. But here's the thing, like I mentioned earlier, there are many factors that are involved in this process. Diet is of course a critical one, but it's still one out of many, including the gut microbiome and the gut-brain axis, which is key to the reaping, digestion, and absorption of key nutrients that you must have certain bacterial strains to aid you in the production of key neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine. Other factors include food allergies, sensitivities, pollution, which has been shown to cause aggression in male teenagers, chronic stress, and of course trauma. If you'd like more help with dismantling and depression and digging out the root triggers in 2 hours or less, click the link below and join me for the Biohacker's Guide to Dismantling Depression interactive online workshop, where I'll help you break down your depression before it breaks you, while providing you with a personalized 30-day plan to help you get your body, brain, and mood back. And while you're at it, be sure to click the link below and join thousands of others who have already purchased my latest book, Mind Control, that will finally help you get to the root of your rut. Finally, hit like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. Have you tried any of these diets and what was your personal experience? Share below so we can support one another, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.